All right, let's write another discussion essay. This one is also from IELTS Academic 12. As usual, we need to understand each statement. Some people believe that allowing children to make their own choices on everyday matters, such as food, clothes, and entertainment, is likely to result in a society of individuals who only think about their own wishes. Other people believe that it is important for children to make decisions about matters that affect them. So, the topic is about allowing children to make their own choices, and there are two views here. If parents allow their children to make their own choices, we will have a society of individuals who only think about themselves. And view two, it is important for children to make these decisions. So there are two opposing views here. We need to discuss both of them and give our own opinion. Discussion means we need to talk about both views and provide support for each side and say why those people think like that. And then you can say if you agree with view one or view two or totally have a different view. It's time to decide an answer. For view one, I think those people think like that because if parents allow their children to make their own decisions, children will learn to put themselves first and will not understand others' needs when they grow up. It means they will be selfish and they think they will be more important than others. View two, if we allow children to make their own decisions, they will be more responsible and independent in the future. And my view, I support view two. Remember, you make your decision based on the number of ideas you have and the number of words you know, not what you really think in the real life. It's time to write. As usual, we paraphrase the statement. Some argue that providing unrestricted freedom for children in making their everyday decisions may result in a self-centered society. Others believe that allowing children to make these decisions is essential. Unrestricted, without any limits or restrictions, free to do as you wish. Self-centered, thinking only about yourself and your needs. Essential, very important or necessary. Now I want to answer the question here briefly to complete my introduction. I think granting children complete freedom in such matters is crucial for their development. Granting, to give or allow someone to have or do something. Crucial, extremely important or necessary. And development, the process of growing and changing. So in my first body paragraph, I will discuss view 1. In the second one, I will discuss view 2. And in my conclusion, I will summarize all the main points. So for the first view, I said children will put themselves first and will not understand others and their needs when they grow up. Children's autonomy in making everyday decisions could potentially cultivate a self-centered society as they might prioritize immediate desires over understanding the consequences of their choices. Autonomy, the ability to make your decisions, potentially, possibly, cultivate, to develop something like a skill or quality, prioritize, to put things in order of importance, immediate, in the present or as soon as possible, consequences, the results or effects of an action or decision. So what is the result of that? I need to explain. If children are free to prioritize themselves and their needs without specific limitations, there is a risk that this attitude could persist into the future, hindering their ability to empathize and collaborate with others as adults. Persist into, to continue to exist. Hinder, to make it difficult for something to happen. Empathize, to understand feelings of others. Collaborate, to work together with others. So what is the result of that? Therefore, without proper guidance, children may develop a self-centered approach, which, when carried out into adulthood, might limit their capacity for considering the broader community and societal values. Societal, related to society. Now the second one, children will be more responsible and independent. So that's the second view. On the other hand, so I start with on the other hand because I want to discuss the other side. On the other hand, allowing children to choose what they want to wear, eat, or engage with encourages a sense of autonomy from an early age. Now I need to say how. When involved in these choices, children learn to assess options, consider consequences, and develop a sense of accountability for their actions. Assess, to evaluate or judge something. Accountability, taking responsibility for your actions and their consequences. Now, more explanation. Furthermore, this approach is viewed as a positive contributor to a child's overall development, fostering a generation of individuals more equipped to navigate the complexities of adulthood because they gain a better understanding of their preferences and develop a stronger sense of self, which paves the way for more competent and confident individuals in the future. Approach, a way of dealing with or doing something. Foster, to promote the growth or development of something. Equipped, having the necessary tools or abilities for a task or situation. Navigate, to find your way, especially through challenges. Complexities, complicated aspects of a situation. Pave the way for, make something possible. Now it's time to conclude. I will start with in conclusion, and I will summarize all the main points. In conclusion, while concerns about allowing children to make everyday choices revolve around the potential for a society where individuals put themselves first, that's view one. Revolve around, to be centered or focused on a particular subject or issue. Put yourself first, prioritize your needs or desires above others. Now, the second part. I believe children benefit from this freedom as it nurtures independence and crucial decision-making skills, contributing to their overall development. Nurture, to care for and encourage the growth or development of something. Independence, the state of being free and self-reliant. Contribute to be a part of or add to something. So I wrote 278 words for this essay, and I organized it in 4 paragraphs. In my introduction, I simply paraphrased the statement and answered the question. In the first body paragraph, I'll discuss view 1. In the second body paragraph, I discuss and explain view 2. And in my conclusion, I summarize all the main points. In this slide, you can find some of the points that gave cohesion to my writing. You could pause, take a screenshot, and have a read. All right, hope you found it useful. Have a nice day.